Yo. I'm sorry. You're good. Can we hear everything?
I
Are
can.
we good? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Ready for a nap.
Fucking ready? This is show number 100. Welcome to ALTBAYS Show. It's been a cool journey. We're having fun. Thanks for joining us. Probably watching us live right now on YouTube. Look at this beautiful full table full of beautiful people. Show number 100. Subscribe to our channel. That's the first thing that you should do right now. Go there, right at the bottom. Subscribe. Boop. Support the platform. It really helps us. Okay. We also have the second channel, as you know, ALTBAYS Clips. So if you cannot put up with the whole show, you can go to ALTBAYS Clips and watch the short ones that we've been creating with a lot of love.
How long are the clips?
It depends. Some of them are like 5 minutes. Some of them are 3 minutes.
Right.
Some of them are 7 minutes. Some of them are 20 minutes.
I just noticed some longer. Yeah. That's what I was getting. Is there some longer ones on there?
Yeah, I actually like the long ones. So like the podcasts that I listen to, usually I go for the long-ish clips, like 15, 20 minutes, just so I get the vibe of what's going on.
Sorry, carry on. I just wanted to clarify.
No.
It lets you get into a good story because you can actually start from the beginning, get to the middle, and give us the punchline at the end. So 20 minutes is a good time to buy in.
It is a good time to buy in. And a good title really helps, right? To get the subject and what's happening. Yeah. Anyway, we're back here and so much food here with us tonight. So just before I forget, we have a few people to say thanks. First of all, I would like to thank myself for doing this shit. Because sometimes we forget to appreciate the things that we do in life. And thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, I would like to thank myself to be part of this project and to be talking to a lot of cool people in this community. I won't say that is the easiest thing, but it's definitely teaching me a lot. I would like to thank Mr. Taylor, looking after all the technical.
Yeah, boy.
Don't worry about him.
Part. There you go. Who also puts a lot of hours and love into this project. And this would not be possible without these beautiful people here. Can we see them all? Yes. Look at this. Ooh. Wow. Fabian, Christine, Paea, Brett, and
That's
Chloe.
my name.
That's your name. And Chloe watching us from Auckland. Thank you
Shout
so
out.
much, guys. Yes. Mr. Charlie right there. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it, my man. He's learning the ropes. Hector is at home, not feeling 100%, but it's very good that we
He's part of the family.
He is part of the
He
family.
is literally part of my family.
He is part of
Biologically
your
speaking,
family.
yes.
These
Yes.
are offspring.
So
testicles.
yes, and I just want to say thank you to our supporters. So we have beautiful food from Blue Ginger here tonight. Have a look, Blue Ginger. It's a fusion restaurant here in Whitianga, and they brought us a lot of food.
Speak
It's
it.
so amazing.
Those dumplings.
So good, eh?
Yeah, what are they? Smoked kahawai.
Smoked kahawai dumplings.
Oh, dumplings, yeah.
Are they dumplings or
Wontons.
Wontons.
I've had 2 of the pork belly power buns, and the second one was a great idea, and then it was a bad idea. Straight away. It's too good.
Too good. And slice, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike. Beautiful pizzas. Amazing options. Always making us very happy. Every Friday we have pizza now. How cool are we?
That spicy one.
Amazing,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
The jalapeno one?
Wow, it's
Yeah.
so good. And it's just hearing that now, how come I'm booked in for Wednesdays instead of Fridays?
Wow. You will be back, man, on a Friday. Don't worry.
Better be.
And we're going to have beautiful desserts very soon from Lotta Love, our friend Tanya Arnold. She made like so many amazing, beautiful cheesecakes and cakes. And I'm going to read actually the things that she made for us. And Nicole came this afternoon from Bakes by the Fisherman's Wife. She brought us some donuts, and we're going to put it at the table after we finish the savory stuff. So thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting this show. So much food, eh?
So
you
much.
started a little bit slower.
Yeah.
It's fine. We got time.
You might need to go to the toilet.
Yep.
So like, do you guys usually have to hold it, or you guys are at that good stage in the middle of the show? If you have to go to the toilet, you just go, or like, do you feel like no,
Do
I
you
don't
know what?
wanna?
No, I'm like comfortable. It's like I need to pee now. I'm out.
And I meant he probably might need to go for a poo, not a pee, to
Oh.
make more room.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you, Fabian. What about those? Fabian, you can tell us some stories because I think you were counting 23 shows that you've done.
Yeah, I went through the whole ALTBAYS YouTube playlist. If you go into the channel, you can click the playlist, watch videos, and I went through all the people I've spoken to. 22, starting with Christine and I. That was a great day.
It was a great day.
Scary day. Didn't know what the hell we were doing. First show. And this is the 23rd I've been on.
And Kanye West was playing at the beginning of it or something, wasn't he?
By mistake, it
Yeah.
just started this crazy.
I thought it was
song.
just how it starts. I was like, oh, we play music while we speak. That's kind of cool. Pretty trendy. I didn't see that coming.
Feel free to let Kanye know. He can complain about it on Twitter, and Old Bays will go through the roof.
I don't even know if it was Kanye West. So
I think it was.
Some hip hop. But what I was about to ask you is like you were here in those two shows that we had, the distilling company and the brewery. So the show took a different direction.
After a couple of drinks, the first with the brewery at the Blue Fridge with Adam, we just sampled so many of the drinks that I think and he started talking about litres, the volumes of possible vats he can put together, and 400 litres of this one, or 800 litres, or 1,000 litres, and every time he kept saying it, then you asked another dumb question, so we went through the whole process again. I was like, I'm out, had to wee. It was very difficult. But for the gin, as soon as I started pouring Paul Schneider, he sort of went, oh, that's a generous portion. I went, oh shit, so I better be slow. So I didn't have to wee that time until I got home later, and it was glorious, I tell you.
What specialist should we bring next
What did
time?
it smell like? What did it smell like?
Urine. What specialist we bring it next time?
Like the alcoholic ones, so you can be here. Because I like to put you on those shows because you're always curious about how to make those drinks.
I would say it'd be quite cool to get a different brewery in, just to get a bit of fighting, and I want a bit of competition.
Lion breweries.
No,
Why was it so high?
something more.
Hey, Good
So
George.
high pitched.
Good George do good beer.
I'd be keen for Good George.
Yeah.
I think I'd be keen even for in Whenua, the brewery out there. I'd be keen to get that team on, because just to get local's the first
Hot
place I
water.
want to go. Hot Water Brewing Company, that's beautiful out there. Yeah,
Christine,
big fan.
speaking of people having drinks on the show, how about that show with Paul Martin and Chris Bailey?
Oh, I
the
felt
one from
bad.
that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think he just drank too much.
He drank quite a lot. Say, Chris Bailey, if you're watching us,
Yeah.
that was amazing. So we put a black label at the table, and they came here just before they played at Smitty's.
Yeah.
And he pretty much killed like half of the bottle,
Oh, it's
like in 1 hour. And
Sorry.
Only because he had a show to
No,
go
thank
and
you.
perform. We were like, is that all right? You all right? Someone walk him there?
he got very excited.
Yeah. It was a good show, though.
It was a good show. Paea, any favorite shows or any shows that you were really enjoying doing?
It's got to be this one. I actually, to be honest, I actually really enjoyed the first show that we did. I thought it was like pretty cool, and
I
it
was in
like,
that one.
yeah, man, yeah, it was in that one, and yeah, I've enjoyed the ones that we've done so far. I enjoyed the one that I did with Bella from Coast Arcade. It was good just to like kind of hear a different perspective on like music and stuff, because I don't really listen to that type of music, but it was interesting to hear like the journey that she's been through, because that's kind of something that I would like to do eventually.
Tiffany's show was cool as well. It
Oh yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that one.
was one of the first ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
that
think
we
so.
did
I think
together?
it was like second or third show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Soanes, what about you, man?
I
You've done a
haven't-
few as well, eh?
I haven't enjoyed any of them. I've probably been in more than Fabian, though. I'm not sure. It's not like it's a competition. Ones I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Stefan Linda.
Lindner?
Lindner?
Yeah, that was really good. And Roy Mata, that was a real good one as well. I really enjoyed that show. We've had a few, even Blair,
That was a
whatever his
great
last
show.
name is.
Murray?
Yeah, he was good. I really enjoyed those shows. But yeah, these ones are the best ones where you get, and well, the most enjoyable for us, and well, for me anyway, when everyone gets together or whatever.
I don't know how you guys feel, but like for me, sometimes the idea of disagreeing with someone in my mind is way easier than in front of the person.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Do you guys feel like that? What's the vibe of actually being with someone? Because our exercise is to listen, right? Like we're listening, we're waiting. Like the format actually doesn't allow us to interrupt each other all the time because it
Can I
gets
just interrupt
messy.
your thought there? I think it depends on your perspective. If you're wanting to go into disagree,
I'm
to
going to
be an
interrupt your
asshole.
thought, and I'd like to just wait until after the show.
Can
and
I just
have an
re-interrupt
argument.
your interruption to just bring out another point here? That if you're trying to be a nice guy and go, I disagree, like, why would you say that? That sounds strange, without trying to be an asshole about it. I think it's very easy to disagree with someone if you're doing it on an honest level. Like, that makes no sense. What are you talking about?
Well, I disagree.
I must say that you, Fabian, you are very good at it. Like you find the right moments without being like impolite. You would never be impolite, but like you find those gaps to innuate, which is cool.
It's always good to let people get their point across. If they've got something they really truly think or believe, or a really interesting experience they've had, you want to let them share it before I just blast it for being absolute bollocks.
I remember that when I told you that we would bring a senior pastor to the show, which was Graham Malcolm. It was a very nice show, very interesting guy. It was nice to talk to him. He was lovely. He was very kind. But we knew from the beginning that we had different perspectives on faith and religion. How did you feel about that one?
It was tricky because I went in there thinking this is a person who will be fully educated on the whole history of the understanding of the establishment, goals, motivations, but generally he just seemed to be a guy who seemed to believe in stuff and was really happy in that way of life and wasn't trying to tell me nonsense, wasn't trying to convince me of anything because he didn't have any arguments to convince me. It was simply, this is how he feels. And you can't attack someone for feeling good. And so it was quite hard going in there going,
I reckon I could.
I don't actually have to argue against this person because he's not really putting many points on the table other than he's got this personal relationship and that's fine. But yeah, I could have gone more into the attacking the establishment or nailing down on certain points, but I think I judged that it wasn't worth it. It was nice just having a good chat with someone who I completely disagreed with, but it was a fine, nice, happy experience.
Cool. Speaking of polemic shows, Christine, we had NZ Dan.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that one?
I thought I was all for the show. The subject didn't bother me. None of that. There was a few things that I did disagree with him on, but I didn't voice them during the show.
Do you want to voice them now?
No.
Can I jump
I'll tell
on?
you later.
I watched the whole show and I was livid with him. I was livid, and I asked him, I put some questions on the show about, so
Consent? Was that your one? Yeah.
Consent would have been there, but also the idea of, if this is a business and you're using talent, what things have you put in place to protect your talent in the long term, set them up for career pathways or goals, or is this something they can put towards a CV for blah, blah, blah? Do they have insurance?
Sorry.
Do you have medical things that these people are tested for their own personal health and well-being? Because if they're coming on the show, you need to make sure your people are healthy.
You wouldn't want to, I don't know if you'd put rooted by NZ Dan on your CV, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Depends what job you're after.
Oh, well, if you're going for it, yeah, true, that's true. Yeah.
I didn't actually watch that show. What was the guy talking about?
So he's
An adult entertainer.
he's an adult entertainer. He
That's putting it
studied.
politely, to be fair.
He's
an adult entertainer.
studied to be he's really into sports.
Porno.
So
OnlyFans.
yeah, so he
Oh right.
Yeah.
so his first YouTube channel was actually, I think, was for like Muay Thai and something. Like he fought for many years, and he was like he graduated in some sort of like, I don't know if it was physical education or something like that, but like into sports.
Yeah.
And then he got some skills to be a masseur. And then he found another niche there. And a lot of people asked Taylor and I, were like, oh, what are you guys doing? Why are you bringing that guy? And I think, not a problem, but like, because we are in Whitianga, a small town, people had an idea that we were doing this for locals, like to promote local businesses. And we can hear a knock.
Knock, who's here?
Stu!
We got a seat here for you, my friend.
Oh, real?
Yes.
No, I want to sit on this time. I'll sit wherever you want.
Just watch the camera.
Okay,
Wow,
okay,
look at your toes.
I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you.
Come
How's
on in.
everyone?
Good, thank
Good,
you.
thank
Very
you.
good. Come
Are you
on in,
good?
Stu. Push that
Yeah,
chair
just
back
push
out of
that
there.
over
Yes.
Come on over.
I can't believe what's the name came up without me. The pizza man.
I think he'll come.
Oh, really? Is he still coming?
We just had
Really?
a.
I'll be doing
Demolish all of your food.
introductions. Stuart.
Christine.
To Paea.
Oh,
Brett?
Leo.
Fabian. No coriander.
As you can see, we're going
You've done a
hard.
good job.
We're having a lot of fun.
it's amazing. That's a good. I can't believe you. Oh, a little present.
Oh, cheers.
Oh. I think I'm gonna get you a glass.
Well, if you insist.
Yes.
Well, we got to insist. I mean,
Insist.
I've just had 2 of these pork belly bao buns, and the first one was a great idea. The second one was, oh my God, how am I supposed to talk into a microphone now?
Get it in
Just
here.
put your
Bloody
lips together and blow. Oh, that's good. Oh, should I bring my own glass? No, all you've got.
I got a glass here for you.
Oh,
man.
is it a decent one?
It is a decent one.
I'm sure it will be.
And how are you guys? Oh, are we on?
Yeah,
We're live.
We're live.
How are you guys? You good?
Thank you,
You good?
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Have you come off a shift, have you?
Oh, well, I'm still working. So I snuck out.
You want smoker?
Yeah, no, I just ran. It was like there was a lull in the traffic, and they said, "Oh, you better go and do that podcast thing." I said, "Oh, well, okay, then if you insist." How's the team in the corner?
Great, man. Thank you.
That's good.
This
That's
little
good.
Charlie next to Taylor over there.
Yeah, no, they're all good, man.
Bit of a
That's a
chat.
hard-working team up here.
Is it busy tonight,
Oh,
Ginger?
it's always
Always
busy.
busy.
Yeah, well, it's
good.
like it's
Fuck
like
Just come a little bit closer to Fabian so we can hear
That's a
you on
good
the
thing.
mic.
I always find it like people say, oh, it's always really busy at that Blues. And I said, yeah, well, I don't know why, but it's like, we've been open for 14 years, mate. 14 years. That's the longest any restaurant's been open in Whitianga with the same people.
Huh.
In the whole town.
It's pretty
There's a lot of
impressive.
restaurants been open, but none of them have been open with the same people.
What about Nari's Fish and Chip Shop? How long was that?
Where's Nari's Fish and Chip Shop?
Well, it's not there
Never
anymore.
heard of it.
She's not there anymore.
Never heard of it, though. But you know what I mean? It's like we've just been open for a long time, and sometimes you get it right, and you just keep doing what you're doing.
Now, you were telling us on the last time you were here, Stu, about you're travelling overseas to refresh the menu, refresh your palate.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I've got to show you my toenails. Hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on. When I was away, I bumped into my granddaughters.
I want to help you too.
I got bumped into my granddaughters, and they were
Can you
like,
see it?
and we went. I told my granddaughters. They said, "What do you want to do, Pa?" And I said, "We want to get a pedicure." So they said,
Sniff it.
so they. Yeah, don't look at it. So they said they want to do it. They want to do a pedicure. So I said, "Okay, I'll come with you." And they said, "As long as you have one too." And so I got the right one was.
Oh, jeez.
The right one was red. The left one was blue. How gorgeous is that to spend 3 hours with your granddaughters
A bit
and
traumatic.
get your toenails done, eh?
I mean, they got you left and right the wrong way around, so
Oh, well, you
they've
know
done it already. Bloody
Bro,
Greg.
don't be fussy like that. Don't be fussy. So it
always
was like
someone's
I had the best afternoon. Sometimes spending time with your granddaughters means we could have gone and sailing boats. We could have gone whitewater rafting. We could have done all that. But it's like, you know what? Sometimes your granddaughters just want to get their toenails painted, man. And they said, "Pa, you come too, and we'll paint yours." I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" It wasn't a big deal for me. I don't know. You call that whatever you want.
Maybe may not be a big deal for you, but the pedicure beautician must have had a couple of days off afterwards. What were they dealing with down there?
Oh my Lord! She looked at my toenails and
Shit
said,
toes.
"Oh, I've got it's an hour and a half just to do the big fellas."
Bring the grinder.
and then my little granddaughters would go, "Just do it, darling. He'll be sweet."
Yeah.
I left a fabulous tip. As you
Yeah,
do.
what
you
a
know.
mess. A big mess on
you
the floor.
always
Big
leave
tip.
you always leave a little sugar on the plate, babe. You know, when you walk away from a job like that, make sure you leave a little sugar on the plate. Doesn't matter what you do in this world, always leave a little sugar on the plate. Whether it's a compliment, a smile, or cheeky grin, always leave a little sugar on the plate.
Hey,
Good
it's
life
quite
advice.
empowering, eh? Like to
But people look
bend-
at me and it's like, well, what the hell? It's like, you know what? I love it.
Yeah.
I really love it. For me, it was spending time with my granddaughters. Second, did I just see that big fella's thing over there? Is it still there, Leo?
It's
Oh, my
gonna stay
Lord.
there.
It
It's gonna
grew,
stay there.
Leo. It grew. I'm sure it's grown 2
man.
inches since I was here last.
We thought about changing
be-
it, but we want to keep it.
No, just leave it
tiny
like
and-
that,
and
bro.
pretty.
Must be
It's
excited.
it's good, eh? Look, it's San Pedro, bro.
Yeah,
San
potent, eh?
Ooh, give it another year, baby. We're like, ripe.
Give it another year and why is it shrinking?
Beginning of the year, it's like, Leo, stop chopping the bottom off.
But that's the beauty of cactus, eh? You can cut them.
So what was this? How long have we been going for? How long you guys been going now? Tell me.
We started. Oh, you mean
No,
tonight or
no. How long you been on here? Like a year or 100 episodes?
We started in February.
Really?
So
That
now
long?
It's pretty much.
That's amazing, man. That's like
Was it February?
February, yeah.
I remember we've been open 14 years and we know how hard that is. It's like
Yeah.
100 episodes. It's like, I just can't believe the diversification of the people that you've had on the show. Porn stars, ragamuffins, $2 hoes, champions, you name it.
Chefs of
All
14
of it.
years.
Chefs. Oh, look, they're the worst. But you know what I mean? And then there's always that other question. If you had to choose, who would you like to be on the next show that you would be the best?
Jacinda Ardern.
Really?
We got one
Wow.
there.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Snoop, come on, Snoop Dogg, bro.
I would
bro.
want the
this
Queen
year,
to
wasn't
be
he?
on.
Snoop, no, they're gone, bro. They're gone. But Snoop Dogg,
What about
if he
you?
was alive and kicking, Snoop Dogg.
What about you, Paea? Who would you like to talk to on the show?
Some fighter, maybe like.
What, NZ Dan? He did Muay Thai, remember?
Yeah, he's a bit far away from.
Is that the porn star?
Maybe like.
Yeah.
Maybe to be honest, if like it.
If I ever
Maybe
catch
like
you on
Israel
that
or
show,
something
bro.
like that.
Israel.
Yeah, yeah.
Adesanya.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
that'd
boy,
be cool.
lethal
Yeah, I
weapon,
know.
bro. Weapon.
Yeah.
Christine, who would be your
Tell me Nelson Mandela.
I don't know.
Now think about it. So who would be your number one if you had to ask her tomorrow? Whatever you get to pick, whoever you want. Who would you pick? Ooh, come on, Jacinda.
I don't know. Nah, anyone here.
Come on,
Sad to the auntie.
come on. Who would it be?
I don't know if you
That's
could
a
pick
tough
anyone.
question.
It is a tough question.
Anyone.
If I could, like, you know, in the whole world, I'd love to talk to Martha Stewart.
That criminal.
Get in line, girl.
Exactly.
But excuse me. What'd you
What
say?
hasn't she done?
Yeah.
Did you
She's
hear what she
Snoop Dogg's
said?
best friend.
Oh yeah, that lady. Okay, right.
Did you hear what she said? Who's
Yeah.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
But Martha is
Who
like
isn't
she
Martha
spent
Stewart?
time in jail.
Yeah.
Her
like
and
Snoop
Snoop,
Dogg,
her and
man.
Snoop is like this.
They are, right?
They're like
Yeah,
this,
they're
bro.
tight.
And Martha said, "I swear I don't smoke.
One of those co-ed prisons, you know.
I swear I don't smoke." But it's like, "Oh, Martha, here, I heard you had some girlfriends in there."
Stu? Do you think the New Zealand penitentiary system actually rehabilitates people? Does it do a good job at bringing
Yeah,
people
but
back?
it's up to. I think it's all up to the individual, mate. If you want to get better, you'll get better. If you don't want, you just stay down. You know what I mean? It's about the measure of a man is about how he gets up. Never mind the man how he went down.
What about those that never learn how to use their legs?
Well, you know what is it? You just keep chopping them off, bro. But it's like at the end of the day, a measure of a man or a woman is about how it gets up.
What about a non-binary?
Oh,
Do they
bro,
count?
you always got those little
I'm
controversial.
always going to pick on you,
Yeah,
Stu.
but you're not going to work, bro, because it's like the non-binary works in your world, but I don't even know what that freaking means. But in my world, a measure of a man or a woman is how it gets up, not how it stays down.
Oh.
That how you measure a man or a woman.
I've got no problem getting up, you know what I'm saying? Just for the record.
His real trouble is not falling down.
No, it's like
No, sometimes it falls down too quick.
sometimes every man or woman around this place just falls down and they can't help themselves. They just need to get back up again. And sometimes you crawl up, you grasp and struggle and you get back up again, but just get back up, man. It doesn't matter how you do it.
If
Just
the
get,
penitentiary system, though, did a better job of helping people get back up, though. 'cause
yeah, I don't
sometimes
think
they
that's
need
their
guidance.
job, bro. I don't think that's their job.
I think that's literally their job. That's literally
I think their
probably
job is to
definition.
just lock you up. That's their job. They don't give a shit. They don't
Because
care,
it's a
man. They
business.
just want to
I
lock
get
you
his
up.
points. I get your
Yeah.
points.
They
but I
just
get
want to
his
lock you
points
up,
as well.
but that's not their problem. I'm not here to rehabilitate you, bro. That's your problem. Their
Tough
job is to
times.
lock the fuck up because it's like you got here,
Stop
not
pointing
me.
at me. I'm really
No,
locked
but
up.
I mean,
Do you,
you got here, not me. And it's
get-
like,
do you
if you
get-
want to get out of here, then you crawl your black ass out.
Ah.
do you have friends, Brett, who went to jail in New Zealand and got back? And
I know of people. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough road to just return back to crime. You know, it's
Did
because
they
it's what
get
they
back
know.
up? Did they want to get back up?
I'm not sure.
See, that's what I mean, bro. You have to know the individual.
If they had-
It's very difficult.
If they had some,
Do
I'm
you
not
like
talking about
pizza?
anyone I
That's
know,
good
but
pizza, right?
Please have some.
That's-
Stu.
no,
Please have some.
I'm not vegetarian.
if they had some nice guidance, you know,
But I mean,
and
but I'm not, you know what I mean? It's like there's-
opportunities. Would be great.
I feel, you know, like I feel for both sides, but I stand in the middle, and I feel for both of them. You got to get back up. And my job here is to just lock them mofos up.
You see, I thought we'd segue to pizza and vegan versus having cheese on a pizza. It was still on the prison one now?
On the prison.
Okay, fair enough.
Can you imagine all the prisoners looking at that pizza and going, "You bitches not fucking eating that." But
We've already eaten.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It's like
so much.
if there was in the prison, they'd be like they were crawling all over all our asses just to get a piece of that.
They'll crawl over your asses just to get to another ass.
Hey, Leo, how you doing, bro? Are you good?
I'm doing great,
Are
man.
your brother doing good over there?
Look at the bro.
Oh man, it's like
He's happy.
we got a lot of good things coming up, eh, bro?
We got a few things coming up. We're not gonna spoil it. We're not gonna say
No.
anything else.
I'm not one to spread rumor and innuendo, but
But there are cool things happening.
I know, bro. But it's good things happening in the food industry.
I like that.
And around the designated area of food and hospitality, we've got some good things coming up. I think people should be excited about that, and people should be very excited about upcoming food and drinking events.
Well, you talked about when you travelled over to Southeast Asia and you had a few taste bites. And I finally, you antagonised me over the show when you were last here with me. And seeing how much I liked the pad thai for about 6 months to 2 years. And then I finally moved on to kapow chicken.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
good.
I had
That's good,
I had that
bro.
the other week. Thank you. It was amazing.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
But I'd had it for 2 years. And so finally, I had
I'd never had
your
it before.
duck.
Stuck in the rut, bro. This boy is like, he's got the railroad lines of his life, and then he likes that. He ain't gonna move from that.
Hey,
I found another one.
Same path
Another
every
railway
bloody
line.
You need
day.
a group of friends like mine. We go and pretty much order everything on the menu and share.
You got it. But I'm down with the sisters. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's like if I go. Me and Bex went to dinner at some of the most amazing places in Bali while we were away. We ordered this 24-hour cooked duck. You have to order it 24 hours before you go and eat it, and the thing was slowly steamed and
Made to order.
marinated in this herbs and spices. Oh my lord, they were like. You should have said. Anyway, this has got this wild duck, and they marinated, and then they cover it in straw, and then they put it in the steamer, and the steamer steam it for like 24 hours, and then when you be there at 7 o'clock, and you sit at your table, and they open up the steamer, and they bring this duck, and they put it in front of you, and you're like,
Just like they
sounds
did
so
with,
good.
just like their ancestors did 200 years ago.
Holy
and then
heck.
when you look at that duck, and it's like, I've been waiting 24 hours for that, and your tongue's hanging out, and you're like, oh my lord, I can't believe the work that went into that, because you can see
feeling pickish.
everything
Yeah.
that went into that, and they got all these little sides, and then they cut it all up for you and all of that, and it's like, oh, but it was like angels dancing on my tongue, babe.
Where do they get?
Angels.
Where do we get duck?
Angels
I've never
dancing
thought
on
of
my
that
tongue.
Just ponds, just go to a pond.
Oh no! There's duck bow, and then there's that you got that domestic one that and then you got that wild one that they go boom, 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 boom.
Oh, like the little white duck that waddles around.
And then when they serve that, and then you have to peeling pellets out its ass all night. It's like, whatever.
That's why you never
I'm
eat
not
a
into
duck's
eating
ass.
lead.
Yeah.
I'm not into eating lead, but I'd rather eat ass than lead. And I'm not going to do it.
Amen.
So you prefer caged duck then? Something that's easy
No,
to clean.
don't go and start corrupting me with your evil thoughts, but there's nothing caged about it. They're like free-ranging in the paddock, having the best time of their lives, and when they're due to die, because I ordered it, they're dead. And then they go, serve up on my plate at 7 o'clock the next evening.
Hand selection.
Oh, thank you very much.
So
no way. So, speaking of, last time I was on the show, which was last show, I think.
we were talking about cannibalism.
Yes,
right?
amongst a lot of things.
I've got a couple of relatives that fucking went through that.
Through this,
Cannibalism only stopped in 1942 in Fiji.
probably hasn't stopped in some places in the world already.
Well, I think a few of my relatives have kept it going for a few years.
What are they eating?
Your relatives?
Oh.
The leftovers of the toes.
I couldn't help it, Gil. I couldn't. It was so open. I couldn't help it. It was so open. I couldn't help myself. I was like, oh my
skipped
lord!
it.
It was like.
I brought him up. Do you remember
have
that?
you got a couple of missionary aunties and uncles? I'm sure we threw a couple of onions and carrots in that pot when we boiled it.
So Stu,
That started the original boil up.
Stu, what part of the human body would be the one?
The brain.
to
For me, the brain.
The brain?
The brain.
Like Hannibal
The
Lecter,
softest
he likes the
tissue,
brain.
easy to crack open, I used to work in abattoir. I know how easy it is to crack open a skull and remove the brain.
Would you shave the head first to avoid the hair?
No, I'm not eating the skull, mate. I'm just cracking over the head, removing the brain. I put it in a beurre blanc, which was a little vinegar, water, and bring it to a gentle simmer, and then I'd cool it down, and it'd look like a little schnitzel, and then I'd slice it, and I'd bread it, and crumb it, and fry it, and it was like, you would eat it too, bro.
Would you go sour?
You would eat it too,
Do
bro.
you have brain on the menu at Blue Ginger?
I can't find enough of them. No. I'd never get on the menu, mate. There's no way that people in Whitianga would eat brain.
Yeah,
They tried sourcing it from
Behind
schools,
the
but it's not
times.
there.
No, they would not. I mean, I love the people in Whitianga, but you know, it's like
brain could be the future of your business.
it's
Take you
like
into the 21st century.
when you say you're eating the whole pig or the whole animal, that includes the brain. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you being discriminative? It's like you eat pig's ear, the jowls, the cheek, and then you go down to the brain, you eat that, and then the legs, the pork belly, and then you eat the tail even. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see there's that much difference. It's like you should.
I suppose.
Like when you have
everything.
fish and you like have
Oh,
fish heads.
fish
People
head
don't do
soup.
that
Oh,
here.
God, God.
People
My
don't do that
uncles
here.
will scrap me for days just to get to the eyeballs.
Yeah,
you know what I
my
mean?
mum would, but they don't do that here. They all chuck them.
Oh, cut it out.
I used to like eating fish heads, but then I ended
Man,
up
they
getting.
got some cheek in there. You know,
Yeah,
you've
the
seen that
kingfish,
guy.
yeah.
I used to always
kingfish.
eat the eyeballs. My mum used
Hey,
to-
oh, your eyeball guilt.
I know.
Sister guilt. Oh, my Lord, mate. Wait, me and my nephews would we'd scrap over the eyeballs, and it was like that little shiny bit in the middle, and then chomp that shit down. But we didn't feel that it was just a brown people thing, you know. We
It
ate
shouldn't be
it.
because you
No.
should be eating the whole thing. Like,
Oh,
why are you
yeah.
going to throw it away?
It's the same. It's the animal, fish, the head to tail. Same with the fish, head to tail.
Yeah.
You gotta get it all.
I like that idea. I like that idea.
I sometimes I feel for this brother. Right? He's total vegan. Love him to death. And he's like, got to put up with all our shit about eating brains. And,
I seen him take
Animal
a cockroach
parts,
outside the other day.
Hey, have you ever tried
Spider.
an
No, it was
oyster?
a spider. I can't remember.
Have you ever tried a local
And it
coromandel
was like,
oyster?
don't want to hurt it, gotta put it outside.
Have you tried a local coromandel
like,
oyster?
I've
I
been-
got him,
Stop it.
bro. I got him.
I think it was a spider.
I've been eating plant-based for 6 years maybe, so I've been here for 9 years. So I did get to eat a lot of seafoods in New Zealand and in Brazil. Brazil is famous for barbecue.
I have this wonderful friend. Who does tattoo, and he is plant-based, like hardcore. But he has one.
Where does he get his protein?
He's got one little thing that he will. Any chance of a half shell? I got you, bro. I got you. It's like that's his weakness.
That's
You know,
it.
like that's
What
his,
is it? What is it?
half a dozen half-shell oysters, bro.
But that's the thing. Mussels, they don't have a
Central nervous system.
A central
Yeah,
nervous
yeah,
system.
yeah.
No effects. No effects teaches us that.
Some
They
vegans
always
will
got an
clams.
excuse, eh?
go for them. Yeah, which is
All of those
a bit weird.
bivalves, mussels, clams, oysters, all of them don't have them. All the shellfish.
Yeah. But
But
Scallops,
I think
Paea.
it's more like the supplying of them that's not good for the ocean. But like I think
Yeah.
if you got them yourself, then they're pretty good.
Oh, that siren's annoying.
oh, come on, bro. That's like
Which
half
one?
a
Tim's
dozen
probably crashed
half-shell.
again. That'll be a joke for someone at work.
And there's a recent study that they found out that a lot of insects can feel pain, bees and stuff. So there's something new.
I don't believe any of that, bro.
I believe that.
You don't believe
No,
that,
I
that
don't believe
animals
it.
feel pain?
When you worked in the abattoirs, none of them feel pain until you slit their throat. You know what I mean? There's no pain.
Well, I'm glad we clarified that up.
To be fair, no one's eating
After
bees,
you
though.
slit their
Just
throat,
saying.
there's no pain.
Eating bees?
Yeah. Do we eat bees?
I
imagine a couple of them get stuck in it, ground up.
I love winding those vegans up. Oh, shut up, shoot, what the fuck? I'm sorry, bro. I was
sorry,
inappropriate
sorry,
because,
sorry.
but it's like, for me, it's like insects. I don't think they feel. Crayfish don't feel.
What you're saying though is like you. Do you believe in God?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Have we gone to another level?
No. Because I'm just saying.
I believe
I'm
in a
just saying,
spiritual being.
Is your evidence for insects and crayfish don't feel pain that you just believe it, or you've done some research?
I've done some research, bro. They don't feel pain. They don't. There's no pain in insects when you stand on a cockroach. It's dead. They don't feel pain.
Oh, like, because it's an instant death. What if I rip one of their legs off?
Well, then you're being a cruel bastard.
And then they're feeling pain.
I was.
Well, I mean,
So-
if they're going to feel pain, then you be the cruel bastard.
So
to
the-
pull one
Oh,
leg
no,
off.
I'm just talking about crayfish when you pull them out of the whole quite often, you rip their
I cook them
antennas off
whole,
of
bro.
their
I
legs.
don't be pulling legs off before they've started. I'm not cruel like
No,
that.
during
No,
the hunt.
I mean during the hunt while you're diving.
I don't dive, bro. I just give my mates a
Chuck 'em in the pots.
I don't chuck 'em in the... I'm the cooking.
You're just deferring responsibility.
No, I don't give what you call it. I do the cooking, and the divers do the diving.
So just on that point then, so
Oh my, here we
the
go.
issue then
Here
is
we
not the slaughtering of the lambs. You'd be happy to just hack off legs at a time, but let them live. But they'd have to go through pain. So you wouldn't like that. You'd rather kill them
Oh, you were
with
sick,
no
motherfucker.
pain,
I swear to God, you were sick.
or just
bro.
chop them away.
I swear to God, you were sick, bro. I can't even believe you even thought about shit like that. I was like, seriously, who wants that for an animal? Like, seriously.
Because
There's no one...
We
no
keep
one-
three-legged
no one-
dogs.
No one is going to cut a leg off a lamb and eat it and let 3 legs walk around.
Oh,
on the
that's
animal.
so bloody
Are you
cute.
serious?
I
Is
think
that what
that
you're
would be a
saying?
better-
Is
that'd
that
be
what
a
you're
better
saying?
life for them.
That
No,
you would
they're so
let
alive.
a 3-legged animal walk around while I cut a leg off and ate it? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you'd like to do?
The
I
rest
suppose-
of your lamb will taste stressed out.
Oh
bro.
my lord, brother! I
suppose-
think,
I
I think
suppose-
you need some help.
I
I
would
suppose it-
personally take 2 legs and put little wheels
Oh
on.
my
That's what I would
lord,
do.
The front ones.
Yeah.
bro! You'd never,
I
you'd
don't
never,
think
you'd
you
Eats
get
the
one
grass.
meat from
That way I can
2
eat the
legs.
grass easier. so.
eat the thing, or you don't eat the thing. You know, and it's like, and if you're a meat eater, you eat all of the animal, not just cut one leg off. You cruel, evil witch!
Even the testes.
I can't believe it.
A lot of warriors in the past, they would eat specific parts of the animals because
They
they
give
would
you
believe
strength.
that would give them strength, or they would get the energy out of those animals.
But they kill the animal first, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just didn't cut the testicles off and eat it.
So
I
you're
don't
not a
think, like-
fan of Hannibal Lecter then? That he was eating his live prey?
Oh my God, you was a sick motherfucker.
Well,
I
you
actually
really-
just watched the movie
I love
and
them.
it's
Yeah?
yeah.
The old ones?
No, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Science? No.
No, the one before that. I
Who's
haven't
all the
watched
other
Silence of the
people?
Lambs.
What's the one before Science?
Silence of the
It's
Lambs
Red
is the
Dragon.
prequel.
Red Dragon
right?
or something.
Oh, Red Dragon's the
Yeah,
prequel,
yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, you
I
mean
actually
like
enjoyed it.
I went to
chronologically?
2
or
places
whatever?
up here.
Yeah.
Because they bought them out. There's like 3 of them. There's like
I
Hannibal,
walked into people's houses.
Silence of the Lambs, and
The one
I
that
thought you
just
were
watched.
supposed to
another
swim
one.
up your mother.
No, it's not Red Dragon.
Oh,
Hannibal
Red,
Rising?
I went up 2 flights of
Hannibal
stairs,
Rising?
and
No.
someone said, "Get out, get out."
and they came out,
How dare
and
you
like
get it?
Hannibal is like the last one, but it came out first. Sort of like they sort of
I
came
love
out
your-
back. They
I
went
love
backwards
your
and more
colour.
backwards and
Oh, thank
backwards
you.
in time.
Oh.
And Red Dragon, that's Edward Norton,
Oh
eh?
my
Is Edward
Lord.
Norton in it?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Whoever it
Yes,
is?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
the police
Ralph
guy.
Fiennes?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like the 4th one, I think.
that's awesome. Ooh. Who did
You need
that
to
for
rewatch
you?
those.
My husband bought it. Yeah.
Where's Angeman?
I don't really come out 8ish, so
It's her birthday tonight.
It
right?
is.
today.
Who's your husband?
Amazing.
Is he
That's
coming?
good.
they're literally
Celebrate.
today.
With the kids.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh,
We're
how
gonna
many
have
you
some
got?
cake to celebrate.
Hey,
Got
little
lots.
ones, big ones, how long?
10, 8 and 3.
Fool, you've been busy, girl.
Yeah, bro.
What about you?
No, I don't have any kids.
6 kids, right?
I'll probably never have kids.
She's still a baby.
We were talking about that before. So how old were you when you had your first
19,
child?
19.
You were 19 years old.
I got that woman pregnant when I was 19. She had it when she was 20. Oh, when I was 20. And it was like, and had 3 more after that.
Fabian, how old were you when you had your first child?
22.
22. Christine?
21.
Brett?
21.
Oh, real. See, we were young.
Yeah.
Young, dumb.
Almost 20. Almost 21 or 21.
You stay like that, baby.
Yes, I will. I'm not
Don't even go
serious.
there, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Is that
want
your
kids.
phone buzzing there? Have you got a phone under there giving us alerts?
Did it stop?
We're getting a bit of a buzz come through, aren't we?
Do you guys think it's changing the way that like people are having children nowadays? Are people waiting
If you
for
want
longer,
children,
or
I
will
think,
it
mate, if you
depend
want
on-
children, you have children. It doesn't matter how old, mate. Young people are having kids because they want to have kids. And then if you don't want to have kids, they're not having kids till they're like 35.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's
I
interesting
think- I
though.
think that's awesome.
A lot of people
Isn't
having
that
children
about
now.
choice?
A lot of people having children now, Stu, and they're realizing that they wanted them like they wanted pets, and a lot of people are giving up children out at a much higher rate.
There's going to be,
They're young, they
population
want kids.
decline soon, I think, in the next 100 years.
Oh, I think we need it.
Yeah, I think we'll hit.
What's that?
I
We'll
think
hit a
we need
few.
it.
Yeah.
Let's just chop off one leg at a time and just see what happens.
Oh, bro, you and your one leg, bro. I swear to God, you need help.
So did you?
You need help.
Come on,
Paea,
Stu, hop on
did you
board.
say that you think that we need to have less children in the world?
Yeah, I think
Just
there's
less children.
No, yeah, just less children. No, I just think there's a lot of people in the world, and like people that are having children don't necessarily need children. Like I know quite a few people that have kids, and then they don't even look after their kids, or they're giving their kids away. And my mum has to look after. My mum's looking after my sister's kids, and like that sucks.
What do you got? There's a word for that in Māori, yeah, when you...
Whānau, but
Is it still allowed?
yeah, it's still a thing. But I just think like there's a lot of people that shouldn't be having kids out there.
Because I got a good mate of mine who's a Māori boy and married to a
Yeah, let's
white
just choke
girl.
them out.
In one leg.
And
One leg.
they want to do that, whānau, and they're not allowed.
See, I think
Oh,
I'm done
serious?
having kids, but
Yeah,
I reckon
well,
I could easily raise more. You know what I
But
mean? Like I'm done birthing them,
you,
but I could have
you
more.
love kids.
Yeah, I could have more
Me
babies.
too.
Yeah.
I love kids.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them to death. I've had 3 and I got 3
To
grandkids. I got three kids and 3 grandchildren. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Are you going to have any more?
bro, not with this equipment.
Is it a big
Oh, come
jump?
on, yo.
Because you got 3, you got
4.
4, Fabian's got
2.
2. Is it a big jump from like the 1 to 2 and the 2 to 3, or how?
I think when our aunties and uncles grew up, having 5 was nothing, eh?
Yeah, I
I'm the
don't
youngest.
think so.
Yeah, but that's because you could survive off one
my-
income,
my
and
mum and dad
the
were
mum
like,
could
they're
stay at
fine.
home and look
Fucking
after them. So
And
mums
no
at work,
question,
yeah.
man. Bang, bang, bang. You know, it's
For
like,
me-
What do you think,
like,
Christine?
Oh, God, I knew one.
No, I didn't.
And it's like, oh, well, that's good.
We grew up raising kids. We always had kids around. We had like my sisters were all young mums, so we always had kids. My mum looked after her sisters' kids, and so when I had my own, I was just like,
Fabian, do you?
I don't think it's that stigma that like it used to be, eh? You know, in the old days. Just have kids. You
Yeah.
know, it's fine. If you had them, if you got pregnant, fine.
we figure it out.
Aunties will look after them. If you don't want to look after, if you can't look after them, the auntie will look after them.
Yeah.
These days, it's a little bit different. It's
Yeah.
a little bit harder. You got to think about it a bit more. You can keep those knees crossed until you're ready to do it, eh? You know what I mean? It's like,
Fabian,
until you're properly committed, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you feel
I
like you
totally
would-
respect that.
Yeah.
do you feel like it would be a big jump from 2 to 3, Fabian?
It would need, for if you have a 2-bedroom house or a 3-bedroom house, you're introducing more children, it becomes bunk rooms, it becomes a bigger car, it's a transport thing, going on holiday, plane tickets, boat tickets, all sorts of trips. At the moment, people are scraping by.
Definitely not a Māori boy. Definitely not a Māori boy, bro. If that's a Māori or Pacific Island family, that would have been, you're way down the end of the line, bro.
there's already
Like, you
6
have
kids
them
in
and
the
then you
room.
worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Then you
I
have
know.
them.
I suppose I try and think towards the future. How much time
You
can
have
I
the-
give
You have the
the
ability.
children I have? If I have 2 more kids, I'm literally dividing time. I'm taking.
Isn't
my
it wonderful
infant
to
years.
have those
But you're
choices?
multiplying love.
Isn't
I
it?
agree. Multiplying love. You realise there's more layers of love you can have, but how much time can I spend with them? If I had 6 kids,
All of it, it
the
turns
amount
out.
of time I could spend with them that is quality, the amount of money I could save for them for their
No,
houses.
they spend quality time with each other too.
Do you like that food?
Yeah, but I
not-
like,
it's-
I'm selfish. I want to spend time with my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want someone else to spend time with
I
my
think
kids.
3 is great. One is like you're raising a lonely kid. 2, they've got siblings and they like hang out and whatever.
Well,
3's great, and 4's like
hard work.
pushing's the limit. Push it. Yeah, 4 is great, but it's hard.
Fucking hard work.
And go and then from there on you're
Yeah,
just
but it's like, you know,
You're a roader.
sometimes young families don't have that choice, bro. You know, like, it's what it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
you wake up in the morning, oh my God, happen again.
Yeah.
And you carry on. It's like, they don't look for fault. They don't look for like whose fault that is. They don't like argue about it.
Well, it's
They
her
just
fault,
like
probably.
carry on and we got to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
It's every day you got to deal with this shit, and it's like that's what you do.
100%. If you're using the pull-out method, you're it's his fault. Yeah, 100%.
Brett, you are full of gems tonight. You've been on fire.
That's why I've had a vasectomy, so I don't have to worry about
Is
that.
that the
anymore.
pull-out method? Oh fuck,
That
that
is-
never worked,
But
did
it's
it? Huh?
such an unreliable
That
method.
never ever worked
I'm
out.
34, bro. No children.
Pull-out method.
You haven't been pulling out
does
hard
work.
enough, cuz.
It does work.
It does work.
But
It's risky.
it's scary.
It's a risky
It's a scary
move.
time.
It's a scary time.
It's like putting down a because you never know.
No, because it's like you end
You're
on
like-
a high, but then you're like, damn.
Yeah.
You get that 5 minutes.
You could
after.
get a call just at any moment.
Well, there's always a risk.
Pull-out method, you
What did I
know?
do?
Oh, no,
I'm aware of the
Not
risk.
again. Oh hell.
So then
I know how.
We're-
It's not just boys. It's the the boys feel
Yeah.
that.
We promote protected sex and safe sex in this show.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, even for oral sex too. Mouth condoms, all the whole lot.
Yeah?
Is it the shape of your
What's he talking
face, or
about?
like is it cover the nose?
what's he
You
talking
have to be able to
It just
breathe,
covers
right?
the
The
nose.
fuck's oral condom?
So,
I feel like people don't
so-
have those handy.
So I'm 34.
Is he serious?
Stu, I'm 34. Never like considered having children, but I was also never opposed. So like if it was to happen, it would happen. And it would be fine. But now that I'm 34, like I'm not even sure.
But sometimes,
You know what I mean?
Sometimes one thinks about too much, a little too much. Sometimes one goes
Amen.
with the flow.
Go with the flow.
And what will be, will be. If the girl is the girl that's the girl, it just happens, bro. And then you wake up in the morning and go, what the fuck have I done? And then you go, oh my God, she's the one. Because that's how it goes.
I don't know. I think Stu. I think
Oh, no, no,
statistics go against you there, mate.
You already got 3. No.
Two.
No.
Statistics are against you there, man.
He doesn't know.
No, but
Say,
sometimes,
say it, Fabian. Say it.
sometimes you just find the one, bro.
I think
Sometimes the boy,
is that you,
sometimes the
Tapaya?
boy
I'm just
finds
gonna
it.
grab some water.
So, yeah, she's
Can
going.
you get some for Christine? Sorry.
Thank you.
I
Sorry.
love that outfit, man.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, Stu. I just really want to listen to Fabian's point.
Baby, tell me what's happening,
Oh,
bro.
Tell me,
hey,
Fabian.
hope see you all night.
Go, Fabian, go.
I was just going to say that the idea of going with the flow, I think, is an incredibly bad bit of advice for anyone that's listening right now. If you want things in your life, you can plan for them, and you can have all those things you want at all those times you want it. But if you're just going to go with the flow and roll the dice, I think that's a bad way to approach the current world we live in, where you're owned by the bank if you don't set yourself up right.
But it's not the current contraceptive method that's been universally preached by our preachers and our school principals.
Which ones?
But the contraceptive one that says just pull it out.
Are we still there?
I don't think anyone's
These
encouraging that
days
sort
it's
of
called put
method.
some fucking condom on the end of that thing.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how we all wanted to, but that's how it is in your world. In other people's world, it's like it happens differently, bro.
I know, it's just the idea of the amount of people that go with the flow, find the right woman after finding they're pregnant. It happens a lot.
No, babe, it's like, but you can't change what'll be will be.
What about this for an idea? Why don't we have free sperm banks where you can store your sperm, okay? And you store, say, I don't know, a litre of it, okay?
A litre.
Pose a question.
Yeah,
Can I just pose a question?
Yeah.
Who's supplying that?
No, exactly. So, say
Leo.
no. So you have
No, they're balls. We
you
don't
have
want them.
a government funded sperm bank, and you every teenage boy, man, teenage whatever has got to supply like and we store every male's semen like in the sperm bank, like and then we give teenage vasectomies to all the boys, right? So if they want to have a kid, they can just go to the bank like money and go, I need a 100 ml of sperm or however much it takes.
I feel like a lot of us
concept.
won't be here if that was the case.
Well, tough shit.
Well, Tapaya wants that to happen, so that's...
No, I don't want it to happen. I just think that's quite interesting.
And it would stop unwanted pregnancies and would stop a lot of abortions too.
Yeah, but
I just don't think it's realistic. I don't think a lot of boys are going to want to have.
Well, if you tell them they have to supply a litre of sperm, I think a lot of boys will be for it.
going to take a hell of a lot
That's
of
a lot
pornography to
of
get
that's a
those boys.
lot of work.
Hell of a lot of pornography to get those boys supplying a letter of sperm.
This is show 100, so I want.
Pamela Anderson ain't going to cut it.
10 cubic centilitres per, is that the average? 10 cc?
Yeah, 10
cubic
cc.
centilitres, yeah?
Wow, hey, that's a-
So 1,000.
Well, how have we got into
That-
this?
that's-
1,000, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. We
But
got
to be fair, the
So what,
average
that's a
teen
week's
can probably do
worth?
it 3 times a day.
So how do you feel about the current political situation?
That's where I was
Yeah,
going.
let's go there.
I want to take a turn here. Who's got the letter to vote? Have you all got your?
I've filled mine out, zipped
Have
it up,
you?
it's ready to go.
Do
Done?
you get those if you thing them online? I feel
You
like
definitely
every
not
time,
voting into
yeah.
Paea. Like you
I
don't
feel
even.
like every time I come on here, you always talk about it. I'm like,
Well, you're going to vote? You better vote.
Well,
I'll put you over my knee and get him to spank you up.
It means for the local election.
Yeah,
We're living in democracy.
our local election.
I will vote.
You got to vote.
if you
just
get the
feel
papers,
like-
right?
Yeah.
You got to vote, babe.
Yeah.
You got to vote because it's like
Christine,
Is it the local one?
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You
I
vote
filled
for-
mine out.
Who did
I
you
haven't
vote
Oh
for?
yeah, I know who I'm gonna vote for.
Who did you vote for Mayor?
for near
Are
you.
you allowed to tell?
Are you allowed
I
to?
think you guys can
I
do
voted for
whatever you
Len
want.
Salt.
You know, I don't care
Len
what you
Salt,
vote for, but
yeah.
you got to vote, man. It's like, you know, it's really
You
important.
you only say if you want.
There's
you
so
can
many,
answer.
so many
And I
things
voted
out
for
there.
I voted for Billy for
Billy who?
councillor Hunter, and I voted for it's the last time Hunter, eh?
Have you already voted?
And I voted
It's
for
very good.
Bess as well.
Bess
and I
Hands?
yes, and I voted for her for council as well.
Oh, yeah,
I voted
You know why I voted for
votes.
Bess Hands? Because she's the most honest woman I ever met in this town.
Oh, what about your wife?
Well, she's my wife.
You made an honest woman of her, though.
I
Eh?
made an honest woman of her.
Good man.
She's not my wife. We're not married, bro.
Oh,
But I still love her like that. I always treat her like. But Bess, come on, man. I arrived here 20 years ago, and Bess was one of those women that like, oh, you're a brown. Wasn't many brown boys back in those days. Maori boys even. It's like she embraced me and Bex, took us into her family, cooked us mussels on Sunday morning after a big night out. She made us feel welcome. Never forget it. I owe her a debt of gratitude that I will never repay in my lifetime.
oh, in your life, okay.
In my
So you're just
lifetime.
never going to repay.
I'm never going to repay in my lifetime.
Have you made a
For
down
the-
payment, or-
For the, on many occasions.
Oh, yeah, you go. Good.
Fabian.
But I'll never forget what she did for me.
Yeah.
Fabian, I was listening to
Just Aotearoa, you know, just grab me up.
for both of you.
Incoming,
happening?
incoming,
It's happening.
incoming, incoming.
It's the slowest door open in history. Is anyone there? Hey!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Angela!
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Oh, come over here and sit down. Look, I'm not going to be the last one turned up here. Come on.
So Fabian, I was listening to RNZ. Listen to this too. RNZ, and they say that like so far, I think only 4% of the Aucklanders have registered
To vote.
votes, and then they were saying like about like this
But who's
distrust.
really going to vote for?
But that's the thing. That's what I want to know from you guys. Like, are we still
Oh, we're
engaging in-
we're very like, I don't care what anyone says in Whitianga. It's like, you got to vote, pick one, vote for it. It's that simple.
What do you
Be-
think, Fabian? Let's take it to the table, Fabian.
It's very, very tricky because education and politics is not something that's huge. So kids have no idea what's going on, and that's been for a long time. So I have had bloody no education in local government or national government stuff through my education through the 90s and 2000s. So if I'm supposed to be educating young people on how to understand the government, I have a very, very small understanding of it. So I can vote for what I can. I can try and read the small flyers that they can each release, and I can see what they sound like when they speak and get my opinion of them. But the whole structure of government is still a mystery to me. It seems
You mean
absurd.
Whitianga or?
Oh, all around the world. I don't understand because there's so many. All the worlds have their different forms of government.
Monarchy is pretty easy to understand. One
Can I just
person
say
makes all the
something?
rules.
If you're going to make a decision on voting for someone in Whitianga, it's real simple. What are they going to do for you?
Yeah, I suppose at that point,
Look,
voting in Whiti, you
I
cannot
remember
complain if you
I
don't
remember
vote.
when Nirigiri
I
came
did
into
as well.
power down there, and they
Voted
had
for
this park that was a children's playground, and they wanted to turn that into
God, I look old.
Strip club.
no,
Hooker
you
joint.
park your boat. You know,
Why do I
they
wear
wanted
a
to turn
little
it into a
marina?
boat park.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh hell no! I got kids. I got you know like all my mates have got kids. That's their park. I'm fighting for it." And you know what? She stood up and fought for it. We still got the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love her to death. Never forget her. Always got my vote.
And you still use the slide these days, or up in the Jolly Roger? What's your equipment?
Bro, you just like sometimes you just like a $2 hoe, bro. Giving it away for free. Like honestly, bro. Giving it away for free is
All
like,
respect,
oh my
all
god.
respect.
Total lost respect for you if you keep that kind of statement up, I'm gonna lose even more respect for you.
So Paea, do you feel like the young people are not even aware of what's going on with elections and candidates and all this stuff? Give me some.
Oh, that's like I don't want to speak on behalf of young
I know.
people.
Yeah,
because
can
I
you
feel like-
represent the youth
Yeah,
of the
I know,
world?
because I'm gonna make them look like idiots.
but
But
you
I,
have young friends, so
yeah, I feel like
personally, me, I don't know a lot about it, but that's only because I don't look at it. Like, I don't look for it. I know that, like, there might be a lot of other young people that are into politics because they're probably, like, they're into that stuff and they're probably looking for it, and it's probably more...
So I give Ange one of these...
Probably more aware of it.
Yeah.
But I don't really...
No, I don't want to read
I'm
it.
not too deep on that kind of stuff, but I probably should be, and I would like to be, and I think it is important to know who's running the government. And
So have you seen the local articles in, say, The Informer that have given a little expose? They've written their own briefs about themselves. For me, that was really great to just go through to see, well, this is how they present themselves, let alone how they would... a question I'd love to ask them all is going, if you... We should have got onto it on the show earlier, but I was unwell. Was, as a mayor, if it became a joint position, which other candidate would you work with and why? And that would have, I think, got them to stop trying to compare themselves to each other and actually go, okay, what do they bring to the table, and actually bring up another candidate and to voice that publicly. I think that'd be a great way to do it.
I think they are doing that this weekend, aren't they, at the community hall? Like,
I've already
you can go
voted.
Talk to them. Oh wow! Then
I filled in my
I am
sheet.
going... Okay. thank
What
you.
about you, Christine?
more whispering.
How do you see this whole thing? What I said is that, like, when we talk all at the same time, it doesn't work.
I've I don't know, like I didn't really like to Paea. I don't unless I go looking for it. I don't really know what I'm looking at. But I guess the people I have heard of are the ones I voted for. So what was the lady you're talking about? The Bez?
Bez
Yeah,
hands.
see her.
Good singer.
Do you know I always see her on Footy Chit Chat doing nice things. So I'm like,
And she looks after the kindergarten
Yeah.
kid. That's her thing.
yeah. So
She looks after the little kids.
people
I
like
did
that.
some of my voting on looks only when I looked through a little booklet. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie.
Well, you wouldn't have voted for anyone.
No. There was one of them. It was down to two people.
You would have voted for what's her name? Len.
At the end, there was two people to vote between, and I didn't know either of them. So I just went to the back of the
You were-
book and looked at it, and there was just two old white
you were-
guys. And I was like, oh, that old white guy
That guy
looks
looks like
nicer.
he's gonna
Looks
be-
nicer than
Yeah.
that old white guy. So fuck
Do
it.
you think we have enough representation on the Māori and Pacific Islanders in our local council?
Probably not, to be honest, because this is a very predominantly white town. So
Yeah.
Oh, you think
probably
so?
not.
Yeah, predominantly white's an
I
understatement.
totally agree
Yeah,
with you.
like it's a white town, and that's not to be like
That's
rude or anything.
No,
but it's
that's what it is.
just
I totally agree with you because it's like
Sucks being white.
no,
it doesn't.
those are the facts. You know, like
Yeah.
when I arrived here, how long have you been here?
about 13 years now.
Oh, 2-3 years.
I've been here
You.
like 20 years. And you know, on a Sunday afternoon, you could fire a cannon down the main street in town, and you wouldn't hit a brown boy. You know what I mean? It's like
I like the way you worded that.
you wouldn't hit a white boy either.
Pointed
bro.
at me as well. You could fire a cannon at Fabian and you wouldn't hit a brown
No,
boy.
you no, like there was
Yeah.
like as far as our representation on the council is like we used to take the white boy down the pub and try and con him into telling us what we need to get done. Otherwise, none of the uncles would go and do that job, you know, because it was like we wouldn't get elected. None of us would get elected for sure.
You should try running next time.
No, we wouldn't get elected, bro. Best hands would get elected because
No,
she's been here a long time, bro.
You got to have a better argument than that. If
Nah,
you-
she's been here a long time, and she's got.
But you're going on 20 years.
be
I
the
would
change
vote-
you
I'd
want to
vote
see in
That's
the world.
nothing, bro. When I first arrived here, and they said, "Oh, I just got here. I've been here for like 3 years now," and I said, "I think I'm a local." He said, "You're not a local.
You're not.
You're not a local.
You're not local to here
You're
for
not-
30
yeah.
years.
You're not like you're not. You haven't
Your
got-
grandchildren will be
your
local.
kids
You'll
are
never
not-
be
Your kids are
local.
not born here, bro. Your kids are. It's like, what? Your kids are not born here. Is that how local? I can't give up. You win. You get. Have you ever felt that, Leo? How do you feel about being a local? Are you a local?
No.
No. No.
Does it bother you?
No.
Neither me, bro. 20 years I've been in, still doesn't bother me.
I'm a seed of these lands. I belong to
I
everywhere.
plant my seed everywhere.
No, but that's the thing. Like, because a lot of people say that, oh, you know, like, what is the special place for you? And like, my exercise is to try to feel good wherever I go. Like,
I think that's the best thing that happened to this town is you two bloody South American boys
that's a big
turning up,
statement, isn't it?
turning up over here and like letting loose upon our
Woman.
existence. Yeah, bro, get easy now, bro. They'll get back to you.
I was going to say,
They'll get back.
Nerigary's playground was probably
think
just as
I
good.
think it's incredible that you two boys turned up and given us this much attention with... I just
Well,
love it, bro. We need this, bro.
One thing that I value a lot and I appreciate in New Zealand is that like
Money.
there's an acceptance. Well, money's good for sure,
I'm joking.
better than Brazil.
I like money too.
I don't know if it's great for you guys, but it's better than Brazil. But like, there's an acceptance from that's just my perception. Like, Kiwis enjoy having people from other countries. I hear a lot of shit. I hear a lot of like, oh, bloody Chinese, bloody whatever, which is racist
bloody
without
coconut.
realizing.
Fuck those
Bloody
guys, man.
Maoris.
Not the Chinese people say
The
that.
people who say that, right? It's a shame.
It's still
But like,
the same.
but that's a problem of like generalizing that I feel like a lot of us suffer from, unfortunately.
Shitty like that when you hear that?
Stu, can I'll just put a question for everyone at the table here, and then we'll take turns. And the thing is, I was watching on TikTok that now they're filming a lot of people going into like shopping malls, smashing shops and taking all they can very quickly. You know,
like
this-
ram raids?
like ram raids.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then a friend was telling me yesterday that apparently there was like an episode at one of the local bars that I don't know if it was like gang members that they were a bit rowdy and they ended up like threatening some of the bar staff and everything. So the conversation that we had
That's
was
actually real good.
like, just because we are a small town, it's a silly attitude to pretend that we're not close to those actions, you know, like, and summer is approaching, we know like how this place gets busy and everything. Do you guys feel you're going to start?
I got a saying.
Do you guys feel like we should be
I got
worried?
the saying is
You go
that
first.
just because we live in a small town doesn't mean we're a small town. You know what I mean? It's like, just because we live in a small town doesn't mean we're a small town. There's a lot of people with outside influences who've travelled, who've come from other places, who have different diversity, who are white and brown and everything. And we live in the most culturally diverse town
I'm sick
in
of
this
being
whole
white.
place. And there's like,
Change it.
I don't think any of that, mate. I think it's like, I think we're lucky to be here.
Fabian, take the mic close to you, man, please.
Well, here we go.
A huge question.
I'm waiting.
Just going to go against you. So,
Oh, here we go again.
yeah, just going to just target
There we
you.
go again. To pick on Stu.
So,
wait.
So for Leo and
Pick on
Taylor coming here, I suppose you guys have done this yourselves. This has been your baby, your project. You weren't given this acceptance in the fullest way. You were given welcome, and you've now taken this opportunity. So as a non-local coming in, so you've been the change you wanted to see. You've brought the community together in that sense. So I just wanted to sort of put that from that last question. The idea of small town, I'm terrified of the world being connected. The idea of being on your phone all the time and no consequences for actions for minors when they're doing acts that are not appropriate for minors without adults that are
Where
supervising.
did that come from, bro?
That's the idea of small town incidents happening, ram raids. So I'm terrified of it. It's a culture and a world that I don't know anything about, and that scares me as an old man.
Christine, let's do the rounds.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I get the whole small town thing. Like, I'm in Matarangi, so they're very tight-knit out there.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
think
real
so.
good. It's really good out there.
It feels comfortable though.
It's super comfortable.
Yeah.
And I can probably openly say that I'm one of the very few brown people out there. But no one does.
You've just
see
shocked the white community of Matarangi.
But no one, it's not, no one says anything. No, you know.
You're not picked on.
No, nah. If not, everyone's super, like the primary school out there, they embrace it. Everyone's all for the culture. All cultures, not just the Māori culture, like all cultures. Yeah.
But the thing that I said before of like a lot of like, I don't know if it's because now we have access to a lot of information like all the time, and then we get to see crimes more often, and they seem to be more in the cities. But like, is it fair to say that this is not a problem of small towns? Anyone?
Do we have
I'm
it
gonna shut
happen?
up, though,
Do we have a
because-
ram raid happen at
We've had it happen.
Foursquare?
I've been here.
No,
Foursquare's
we had
happened
one,
and-
yeah, Foursquare and at the
roundabout?
the Shell.
We're
Pitch
not,
station.
we're not,
Yeah, the
we're not
pitch
insular.
station.
Like, just because we live in a small town doesn't mean we're...
I mean, I stole a lolly lollipop from the supermarket when I was a kid.
That's disgusting.
And oh man, the guilt trip you got just burned into me. Never
Because
again.
you got caught, Al.
Well,
You got caught.
when you're like
fess up.
when you're
You go,
4.
Oh, sorry, boss. I fucking stole a lolly.
yeah, I stole a toy
I
car
got
off my
stole a
cousin
lolly. I
one
got
time,
caught.
and I
Smack on the wrist.
didn't get caught, and I felt guilty for years.
Wooden spoon.
Serve you right, bro.
I buried
Serve
it.
you right, bro.
I actually
Like,
I
you shouldn't
buried
have
it in
stolen
the
nothing.
ground. Yeah.
Look,
Middle of the
when I
night?
grew up at your age, bro,
No,
I was
it's
stealing
really-
everything, bro.
Have you told him, or was he just going to?
I was stealing
No,
everything.
fuck
bro.
him. He's a cock.
Well,
I
if
should have
he's
burned it.
watching, what's
No, if
his
he's
name?
watching.
I love what you just said.
No,
bro.
I'm joking.
I fucking love them, bro. I got caught so many times stealing lollies.
Yeah.
I used to work in a lolly shop. It was daily activity, bro. Like, I think we're lucky, Leo.
Yeah.
I think we're lucky living in this little small town that we live in now.
Yes.
And I think we're very privileged because
Charlie.
our little
Get dessert for us so Charlie can sit here for a
our
minute.
little things that we worry about so much are totally fucking insignificant compared to the rest of the world, mate. You look at fucking Bosnia. Look at Russia. Look at all of them, man.
Have a seat.
Their problems are just totally not ours. How are you, young fella?
I am doing good and I like you.
Oh, you know what I like about you, bro?
What?
Everything.
Thank you.
Charlie, pop those headphones, man.
What are you doing, Charlie? Ask me some questions, Charlie.
Nah, you ask him a question.
Charlie, how's school?
It's actually going
Do
really good.
you like school? Do you get on with your schoolmates, Charlie?
Yes, I do, and school is really enjoyable actually.
Oh, good.
And I may have done something at school, which is fantastic.
Tell me.
Can you do this way so we can see Charlie in the camera? Yes.
Tell me, Charlie. Tell me what you've done.
Charlie has
I've
a little project that he
started-
wants
Didn't
to
you
talk
know that's
about.
my name, Charlie? That's my name.
Charlie.
I was born with the name Charles Stewart Smith. And my father was named Charles, so I had to give it up, and they called me Stewart.
Oh,
But I was born with Charles, and I love Charles.
oh yeah.
Good man. Okay, tell me what
So
you've...
what you got
come on,
going on over there,
Tell me
mate?
what's
Charlie,
going on,
what's
Charlie.
Okay, so
Do you like me
at
calling you Charlie?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
go. Hit me, Charlie.
Okay, so at my school,
Mm-hmm.
I have started a book business.
Oi!
Yes.
Are you selling them?
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, he's gonna talk about it.
And
He's pitching.
there's actually a YouTube video on my channel, Obi-Wan Kachacha. So if you want to go check that out,
We'll put a link in the bottom.
yeah, we'll try put a link in if that's still possible. But point is, you can buy these books if you are local to Whitianga. So it allows you to read books. We've got 3 books. We've got a kid's book, chapter book right here.
Can I ask you a question, Charlie? How old are these books designed to work for? Like, I've got 3 grandchildren. One of them's 10, one of them's like 8, and the other one's like 6. Are they good?
The child's books for 6 and younger.
Uh-huh.
The chapter books probably about 10 older, and this book, which is basically an information book. It like shows. It's called My Monsters. It shows you the monsters I've designed. That's for like 6 and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie, how much are these books?
They're actually rather cheap, but they are quite high quality. Well, their writing is. Not.
Did you write it, Charlie?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Charlie, how much video game do you play per day?
I play a lot of video games.
a lot of video games.
And what's your favourite?
My favourite, personally, is Forza Horizon 4.
What was it? Can I have a look at that dinosaur-looking one, mate?
The monsters.
Don't know why.
Oh, that's
I
right.
know
Yeah,
that
that.
Charlie, I love your
It's a
entrepreneurship there, Charlie.
It's good,
I think it's really wonderful that you're entrepreneurial and you're out there and flogging your product.
Little secret, I've made over $40 with this business.
Oh my lord! If someone gave you 10, you'd be up like 20%.
I know.
Oh no!
Good. Can I
Hold
have
on,
a look at this one?
I'll
I'll hold it up
reach
to
you
the camera. Is that can you see that too, Taylor? Yeah. Pretty bloody impressive. I do say so.
You are.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Get some dessert before you go.
Bye.
To Paea.
Get dessert.
You won't get dessert.
No, I will get
You
dessert.
will get dessert.
Will,
You've
you
got a
heard
sweet
wrong.
tooth.
Yes, I do.
To Paea,
I'll
thanks
eat
so
anything.
much for
Yeah.
coming.
Amazing.
Enjoy.
I don't think I've met you before, you two.
No, you haven't.
No.
We're the best.
Hey,
We're the best
you
ones.
missed out.
They keep us. They keep us.
They keep
What
us
about, that, what
hidden,
about
yeah.
that other girl that used to be with
She's
you?
in Auckland.
Auckland, huh?
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Hey, babe.
Kaki,
what's up?
Charlie.
Excuse me, I haven't ever seen you in Blue Ginger. You haven't come back and introduced
I actually
yourself.
haven't eaten in your.
Oh, yeah, but you haven't introduced yourself out the back.
Oh,
What about you, my blue auntie?
I have been in twice. I've been in twice. That was it.
Don't be shy like that. You come out the back and say, Stu, how are you?
I get lots of takeaways from Blue Ginger.
No, you come in and
I
come
will.
in out the back
I
and
will
you come
come
and sit and we have a corridor out the back.
I will.
I think it's really important. Oh,
Yes, I
okay,
will.
So we
think-
don't cover Charlie, so we can see Charlie on the camera.
Charlie,
Don't
Charlie on the-
worry.
But I think it's really important. It's like,
Charlie, would you bring Stu as a guest when you start running a podcast?
Yeah, sure.
He's a chef. He owns a pretty cool restaurant in
Very
town.
handsome.
What questions would you ask him?
I'd ask him.
I'm getting bamboozled.
Listen.
Well, I would ask him.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Scary.
I need to think of a few questions first.
Go. Do it, Charlie.
Charlie,
A good
just
question for a chef.
ask me
Do it,
anything,
man.
Ask me.
What's your favorite
Holy
meal in your
picker.
business?
That's you already put you on the spot.
We already know it's just plain rice.
I got this, Charlie. I got this. Charlie, what's your favourite? Do you like chicken or pork or veal or beef or fish or what do you want?
Personally, my favorite is steak.
Oh, so you're a beef man.
Yeah.
Well, I have this little dish on the menu that would quite suit you at the moment. It's got a little few noodles in it. Got a little
yeah?
spice. There's a little stir fry. Got a few veggies. A little tossy toss. Put it in the bowl.
That
You'll love it.
actually sounds really nice.
But Charlie, I'm a professional chef. Would I lie to you? Charlie, I wouldn't lie to you, bro. Especially with a name like Charlie, because you're the same name as me.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. You come in to Blue Ginger and come and visit.
I will. I will. I will do
We'll come
that.
out the back and we'll have a
Look at this
corridor.
shit
Oh,
going
those
on.
look
Yeah.
good.
What's that, Charlie? How do we get on with that? What
Man.
happened to that? What's that? Oh,
At
who bought?
much
Oh.
dessert we got.
I think. Who made that?
Wait.
I
So,
think I got.
wait a minute.
I
So
got a stiffy.
Hika.
they're all vegan.
Cut it out.
You don't have to eat. Don't worry.
I'm not touching any of that.
Dairy-free caramel cheesecake. God damn it! Thank you. Woo!
Thank you so much.
Vegan lemon meringue, blackberry and
Is
lime
that
layer
a
cake.
Freaking vegan one
These
as
are
well.
all vegans from Lotta Love, motherfucker.
I'm going to drink my whiskey. I'm going home.
Wow.
Leo,
They're very pretty. What was the company called, sorry?
Lotta Love.
Lotta
So our
Love.
friend Tanya.
did you go and get a company to make you desserts?
We deserve it, man.
Oh, dude.
How many name
What
drops
about
did
one
Lola
for
Love get in
Charlie?
the
You got
last
to cut a piece
episode?
for Charlie.
Man.
Charlie, you want a piece of that?
Yes, please.
Oh,
We're getting
give
there.
me,
We're
cut
getting
me a piece of it. Give me a. Charlie, you got. I got you.
Oh,
There you go, bro.
thank you.
I got you, bro. What about this one, Uncle?
That one is the vegan lemon meringue.
Oh, no, it's very.
And we also have some donuts. Can we
shit.
put them at the front so we can see?
I don't know what camera's on, but Taylor, you let me know what to do, yeah?
Oh, so you're gonna put camera on? Oh, okay.
That looks good.
That's good. Eh?
Can you guys pick one? Some
I'm
so.
not
Oh,
ready.
look, this is just the most amazing.
What,
pick one,
I'm
alright. Tell me
intrigued by
twice.
that. Cut it in half so I can have a little sniff.
I want one of them.
Which one?
Donut.
Yeah,
Every Friday-
give
every
Christina
Friday we
donut.
Yes, I have heard that.
Hey,
Sup, Threadgold, gonna
what
join
a
you back
texture.
here. Is that all good?
There you go.
Thank you.
tell me. I
Share
want
my
to try.
mind.
So I'll give my wife a hug
So
on
that
the
one, yeah. Just
tell me what this is. Hey, you got your wife here, bro.
Yeah.
This your wife in the green.
You're covering the name.
Oh.
Blackberry lime and lime layer cake.
Who made you these?
This is the company. This is
looks
our
good.
friends a lot of love. Tanya, this is for you. So you
Give me
guys
the,
can-
I'm taking it. I'm gonna ask them to make me desserts at Blue Ginger.
Whoa. Amazing.
Well, that's pretty nice.
Oh, can I
gonna
you chuck that knife back here, please?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Do you like that one, bro? Charlie, you like that one?
Which
That
one?
one?
Shit.
It's interesting.
But I'll go for this one.
Really interesting.
Oh, sorry, bro.
So
Got this flavor that
Tell you, cut that one up.
Huh?
Tell you want to try this?
Oh yes, please.
We're going to
So-
try.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie wants to try that.
Again, I just want to be very thankful for all the beautiful places. Blue Ginger, Slice Baby.
But whatever.
A lot of love. And bakes by the fisherman's wife.
Did we show these?
It's
'Cause these
amazing.
look
Yeah, please, let me just put them. Can you see that?
I'm going to cut the wheel.
They look so good.
Yeah?
Like,
Nice.
if I don't take a little bit of this to Bex, she's going to cut my nuts off.
No, we'll-
Oh,
Oh, what's this?
lemon.
Oh, sour or
Yeah, that was sour. man.
yeah,
This one.
well, again, it's very nice and
Oh,
very.
it's still on here.
It's amazing.
This is delicious.
Oh,
So-
caramel
so lemony.
cheesecake.
We've been doing this for 6 months now. It's 2, and it's pretty cool.
I just can't believe you've been on here for this long. I haven't got shut down.
Not yet.
Nobody knows where we are, Stu. That's
Fabian,
the thing.
was there any show that you felt like we were getting into some subjects that were a bit tricky and you were worried that we would get shut down, or you were just a bit
Every
unsure?
episode he's in,
We'll see.
every episode he's in is controversy.
Listen to him. Talk to me, Fabian.
Pretty early on, I had a conversation with someone around neuro-linguistic therapy with the person, Grace. And I really struggled to engage in that conversation because I felt like some of the topics were not good for audiences to hear. In particular, the topic she worked in was with vulnerable people. But this person was talking about vulnerable people without being a person who studied vulnerability or studied health or medicine or mental health or therapy or occupation in any way. So I thought it was dangerous to be offering advice to vulnerable people on such a platform like this where thousands of people can watch without the need for verification when the person didn't have the qualifications to say that shit. So that really ground my
You've
gears.
got a bean in your bonnet about that.
We did have people, though, who got a lot of help from her, man, contacting us and appreciating the show and everything. So how do we go about that?
Oh, again, if you're an educated person or if you found value in it, that's fine. I just think you could find harm in it. Things like young mothers or nervous mothers, solo mums, or pregnant mothers, feeling that if there was any distress in the womb, that they were damaging their child, and you'd never be able to recover from it without services through this, through this company or this business. And it was spoken about a lot as a business as opposed to a service to those people in need. So yeah, I just had a bee in my bonnet from that.
Brett, we had a few chats with politicians, man.
Oh yeah.
How did you feel about those ones, especially Scott Simpson, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, how was Scott Simpson? How did you guys handle him?
He's gonna tell us. Tell us, Brett.
Handled him all right. No, I really enjoyed talking to Scott. Especially hearing something from the other side. Maybe then realising that it might not even be the other side. I thought I was always quite left, but
He's
maybe
still
I'm
our
not.
MP. Can I just
Yeah.
ask that question?
He is, for the time being.
He's the voted MP from Coromandel. So,
I really enjoyed the talk with him. I learned a lot about our own political system that I had no idea how it
the first time I ever met Scott Simpson, I met all the other Simpsons, like all the Simpsons from Simpsons
Bart,
Beach.
Homer.
You know what I mean? And I got to know them, and I was like, so, hey Scott, are you related to this one and this one and this one? Went to Fiji in 1946 and married a Fijian boy, and she came back and she had an illegitimate child, and she bought. And how the fuck did you know that?
He didn't say that, of course.
Sorry about that, Charlie.
Don't worry about it.
But that's
You all
like-
good?
He was shocked. I said, how did you know that? I said, look, well, you're part of my family. Really?
So do you call him Uncle Scott?
Yeah, I did.
Did you vote for him?
No.
Can you cut me a piece of the meringue, please?
This one here.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want some?
Yes.
I got this little piece here that's like.
No,
have you tried-
no, I have a big
This is the
one.
same one.
Yes, but there's more than.
He wants his own big piece.
need a
Brett,
spoon.
But yeah, Brett, you were
at the
saying.
end of the show,
But it's like I like Scott Simpson because he tries hard.
I wanna ask Brett a question. After the show with him, you were asking him how you would find out about a person being left wing or right wing. What did you feel about the questions? Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, I remember he asked me what I thought about the Treaty of Waitangi. What I thought about one person, one vote system, where we have like Māori representation. And I sort of gave my answers on that, and apparently there's a few other ones. I can't quite remember what the other ones
If
were.
the government if the state should have more control. or less?
Yeah.
Do you think they were
hardcore questions, bro.
Do you think they were reasonable questions to find out if someone is more?
I feel they were definitely all. I suppose they were yes or no. They were all
Did you do some
leading
research?
right questions. I felt.
Did you do lots of research?
Did I?
To talk to him, to talk to his
I did
we
quite a
came
bit.
quite
Yeah.
prepared, eh?
Yeah. Probably the most I've researched anyone, to be honest.
That's all you can ask, mate.
Yeah. No, it was good, and it was good to sort of.
For me,
Get his opinion on where I landed.
I came in on a family level and he fucking couldn't handle it. You got some Fijian relatives. How you know? Totally freaked out.
Do you guys prepare for these shows?
I
How-
never prepare for a show.
Oh, I can tell.
because people ask me that, hey, and like for me, it
that's one of
depends.
my biggest questions I get asked is if I prepare, like, you know who's coming, do you get questions? I'm like, no, I
No,
cook dinner for my babies, I get in the car and I drive over. That's
because
how
I
prepared I
got this
get.
thing that someone told me the other day, and I was talking to another Brazilian friend of our mutually Brazilian friend.
Hugely
And
Brazilian.
and he was like, so don't people in Whiringa get bored with this podcast? Because surely there's not enough people out there that are worth talking to and are worthy of a good conversation.
Fair
And
point.
it's like, and they're like, and then I dropped the mic.
You drop the mic.
I said, get out. Just get out, bro. I said, we've got so many interesting people in this town.
Is it a fair point though, Fabian?
I may have been a bit facetious, but I suppose
Facetious.
some of our lovely
Jesus Christ.
Hold 5 for a sec. You want to say something, my man? You had your hand up.
yeah. Oh,
Yes,
go on, Charlie.
I think this
That's the
dessert
best one, eh?
is a bit too fancy for me. Not
Too fancy for you?
too
Oh, that's a
fancy.
good word.
Is
Do
it
you want to try the berry?
Can I ask you something?
I'll have the
is
one.
it too sweet?
Do you want to try the berry one?
No, it's not too
It's
sweet.
a little confusing.
Give it to me, man.
Yeah, it's just like
Oh,
it's
no.
weird.
You have to get past this one stage. I'm only joking, bro. It's like,
Oh.
you give it to Leo.
That's pretty nice. I really
Leo's
enjoyed
got the
that.
sweetest tooth in the house, bro.
Thank you. Do you want to try?
I
do
do
you like
understand
berry?
when you, because I didn't like it myself. I couldn't comprehend it.
But I'll tell you guys.
I didn't like that one. It was a little bit too lemony. That one over there was like too limey.
I'll tell
And
you.
that one over
Too limey.
I'll tell you guys. So the thing is, there's something that a lot of people ask. Oh, you guys are running the podcast and keeping it local, and we're like, well, at this moment, most of the people that we bring, they are from the Coromandel, but not all of them.
No.
For the people who are following us, wait, let me talk. For the people who are following us, they can see that we're trying to bring people from other parts of the country. So it's just a natural progression for us to bring guests from other areas, and I think that will change the dynamics of the show as well.
I think since the show's been surviving so long, I'm gaining more confidence in wanting to inform people that I've known for a long time, so lifelong friends. It's quite an odd thing to say, oh yes, I'm on a podcast or I'm on a show, and I haven't done it with most of the people in my life before coming to Whiringa. But now that it's sort of continuing, I've slowly sent one video here, one video there, and I'm thinking of reaching out to my sister-in-law's doing a doctoral thesis in neurobiology, but she meets some other strange thesis-y people, and some of them are, what genre of music being played during the fermentation of yeasts and the brewing thing? How does that impact making beer? And you think these people have been studying it for 6 years or so, this is what they do. That'd be an interesting person to talk to. It'd
Oh,
either
it's
be
a beer
boring.
question. I know a lot about beer.
You know, the idea of, again, this is it's hard to summarize someone's thesis when it's given to you secondhand, but the idea of playing different forms of rock music, how does it influence the yeast fermentation stages? Yeah, kind of the idea of playing music.
There's
to
quite a lot of
plants.
American brewers that play music to their
American-made music.
I
the
don't
ones
like
I've heard
donuts.
is classical music to their beer and also heavy metal.
Put it in there.
Okay, I'll give the donut.
Both of them work. I think it's
I
just the
don't know which one.
vibrations.
You just got to put one on.
Surely country music would be the way to do it. Where they get the ingredients.
I've tried to figure out. I've thought about this before on why it would work, and I wonder if maybe the music, because of its vibration. So like when something vibrates, well, like when something heats up, it vibrates. Like atoms, they
gonna
vibrate, they
have
move,
batteries
right? So
vibrate.
with more vibration, more temperature, chemical
Batteries.
reactions happen faster. So maybe if you're playing music to something, it's making them vibrate and actually work faster.
So sort of running sort of sound as an enzyme to make reactions.
You put in sound energy through them, or whatever that would be. Kinetic? I don't know what energy is.
Brother.
One of them. Sound energy,
What am I
kinetic must be, I
talking
don't know.
Hey,
Talking just
we're
shit.
gonna wrap it up, eh? It's been too much fun, and we got too much sugar to go
There's
over.
way too much food.
There's
way
a
too
lot
much
of
drinks.
food, and I'm gonna go back.
I'm
have
so
a lot
glad
to-
you guys had. I'm glad that Blue Ginger was able to contribute to tonight's.
I'm glad too.
And I'm
Me
glad you
too.
guys are all here for the 100th episode of
That's a
the
lot.
podcast. I can't believe you guys are still going after 100 episodes. You've had porn stars, you've had rockabillys, you've had friggin' politicians,
And
you've
I've-
had crazy chefs, you've had teachers, you've had people that
They're the
dress up
worst.
like Mo6 and friggin' rockabilly.
Oh, do you mind if I give a little plug?
Oh, go
For
on,
Ange?
go on.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Ange,
Ange
it's,
who?
it's my wife.
Oh, hey.
It's her birthday. As we
Oh,
got
Wait, wait, wait.
we already sung happy birthday to her, but she's got a new job, and I thought I'd just mention it that anyone who's watching,
What'd she do?
she's going to be the one running the show down there from now on because at Endeavour Print. Yeah, so Kevin sold the business, and Ange is going to be the one. So if anyone wants any work down there, go and see her.
That's really lovely to know, Ange.
Yeah, she hasn't bought it. She just works there. That's what you're saying?
It's really lovely to know, Ange.
But she just wants you to know that she's still down there.
I'm sorry, I'm ignorant of this, and I've done no full research. What sort of jobs can I get done there? What types of print do you mean?
Graphic design and
Bro,
printing.
what about if I need to put a skin on my car all the way around with Blue Ginger writing on it? How do I do that?
She's shaking her head
Oh,
no.
you'll find a way I can do it.
She'll design it for you.
That's
She'll
what I want,
design it
though.
for you, but she won't wrap it for you.
I want the Blue Ginger's logo on the car, and I want to wrap halfway around, halfway up.
Charlie.
That's a birthday present. So you would usually have to pay for that, Ange, that sort of plug.
Can you give us, Charlie? Can you give us some final words before we wrap it up?
How much, Charlie? How much? Tell them how much.
Do it, man. Do it.
Okay. I still have a little bit of donut in my mouth,
It's fine. That's
but
good.
How much is that one, Charlie?
this one is $2.50,
Yeah.
and this one
Yeah.
is $1.50.
Oh, hey.
So that would be
Nah, I
more.
reckon 250 each, bro. 250 each.
Bargain.
Oh wait, sorry, I got them the wrong way.
250 each.
That makes sense now.
There we go.
Charlie, have you been enjoying being part of the ALTBAYS team?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Every Friday, it is wonderful.
So Charlie comes here every
Next generation.
so Charlie comes here every Friday afternoon, part of our mentoring program. He's learning the ropes. So yeah,
They'll be
part,
running this place next year, bro.
part of the family.
Can I just say one more thing?
Oh,
Yes, please.
I just want to congratulate the two of you on your 100 episodes of shows.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, all of you, whatever, but the two of you mainly. No, but all of you can. But I also just want to say, like, I feel that this is probably one of the most important media outlets in Whiri, and I tell people that the only other ones that are up there are probably the Informer and CFM, and you guys are right up there with them. So congratulations.
Yeah.
I was talking to this Brazilian guy the other day, and he said, "Podcast." You know, I said, "You haven't got enough content in video." You know? And I said, "Oh, please, you're joking. You don't even know half the people that live here, mate." He said, "They've 100 episodes or what? What? They've been 100 episodes. Look, what?" And I said, "You know, in Brazil, the only thing bigger than podcasts in Brazil are novellas."
Soap
On
operas.
the TV, soap operas. That's the only thing bigger than podcasts. People drive to work because they're sitting in the cars for 4 or 5 hours to get to work. Podcasts, blah, 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 blah. The only thing busier or more money-making than podcasts is novellas. They're like the old Portuguese, big frock drama, all of that sort of thing. But then the Portuguese love that shit. They love that up there more than they're anything else.
Christine, give us some words before we wrap it up. Show 100. So special. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you guys have done amazing. From
I'm proud of you.
the spiel I got to come and join you guys to here, it's been pretty cool.
Thank you. Mr. Roberts?
Yes, if we're going to sort of sing your praises and go for your plaudits, you've defied expectations. I expected very little from both of you. And thank goodness you've
Even the young fella go, oh.
thank goodness you proved me wrong. I mean, it's a credit to you. You can surprise me even after I've known you for 4 years. So well done.
And we got more coming, eh?
Hopefully.
I think it's a testament to. I think it's a little testament to your ability to project yourself into the community and be a part of the community. And I think you're doing a fabulous job, both of you. You know, it's like all I know is like I'm doing the food.
Thank you. So, thank you so much, Taylor. Obrigado. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Thanks so much, team.
Okay.
It's been a real pleasure to have you here. We wouldn't do it without you guys. That's the truth. Charlie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Charlie, you've done a good job, Charlie.
Thank you. Thanks too.
One day I hope to become a co-host.
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
We're practicing for that. For you guys watching us at home, thank you so much. We wouldn't do this without the audience. Thanks for watching us.
Get back to Blue Ginger because they're going to close down and leave me here. Is this where the desserts came from?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, Loretta Love, eh?
Make sure to subscribe.
Oh, love.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to share this content.
Don't forget
Listen
to
here,
leave a
Whānau.
like.
No, you don't
Be a part of it, all right? Like this is you. This is all about you. This is like all of us is you. Be a part of it.
ALTBAYS family.
Peace.
ALTBAYS is good.
Base clips.
See ya.